So all of the routes that we've been doing on this channel over the last few years, through my research I've realized this isn't a main route that the voyageurs used. This route through my area where I live was established in the late 1600s because the Iroquois took over the Ottawa Valley and they stopped the Hudson Bay Company from coming through there. So they had to make an alternative route through little jump ponds and little tiny creeks, and that's the route that you guys see me detecting all the time. Basically, it was the crap hole of roots, okay, covered in black flies, mosquitoes, and a lot of portaging. So there was about 100 years worth of use on this system, and then they reverted back, once the Iroquois were defeated, back to their original voyageur route. Morning, guys. Gage knows we're going on a trip. I just emptied the back of the truck and boom, he was up in there. I got about an 8-mile round trip, plus or minus detecting. I've got a text, 350-year-old text that states where our voyageurs were. Today we're gonna hike in and check it out. Is there gonna be anything worth detecting? I don't know. Can I pinpoint exactly where they were? I don't know, and it's a real long, risky walk to get there, but we're gonna do it. All right, guys, the water is only 300 meters that way, but we are actually gonna end up hiking 600 meters that way, and I have a plan. I have a plan. Stick with me. Okay, so I'm kind of putting a lot onto text here from 300 years ago. But the reason being is we could walk down to the water there, and then we've really got like a 2-mile hike of shoreline. And as you can see, the bush behind me, it's very thick, very dirty, full of black flies and mosquitoes right now. If I walk this way, there's actually a trail. Now it goes way out of my way and it adds probably 1.5 miles to get to where we want to go, but I'd much rather walk on a trail. Now, there's a big old deer up there on the trail. So we've come a long way to get just to this point, but that's okay. Now I've got a trail. We're gonna start heading in the right direction now. Should I have brought the Sur on? Absolutely, I thought about it, but I wasn't sure how wide, how good this trail was gonna be. And this is gonna take us right back down to the water. And from there, the reason we have to get there is it's a known actual portage mentioned in the late 1600s. It's written, it's there, it's on the paper. We got out of the canoes, we crossed, we portaged here. The problem is, I don't know which side of the water they portaged on. If it's this side, which only the detector can tell us, right? So we're gonna have to go explore today, get the detector, and swing it. That's the only way that we're gonna know which side the portage was on. I don't have a clue. That has been lost to history. Oh, somebody found a water hole. The other option would have been to boat in, which we could have done. But with just one guy, it's hard to tie off a boat, control the boat, watch the boat, and go in the bush and do all our exploring, right? We're leaving all our stuff there. So I didn't want to do that today because it's just Gage and I. But we could absolutely get to the far side if the portage is on the far side by boat, and it would have been a lot easier to get there, you know, than hiking 4 miles each way, but Gage needs the exercise. I had no clue there was an actual 4-wheeler trail, so I'm glad I made that decision. I could see a trail on Google. It didn't look like a 4-lane highway, and that's pretty much what this is. This is so much better than slogging through the bush, fighting off bugs. Can you imagine slogging your way through 2 miles of that? Your detector's caught on everything, your shovel's caught on everything. Not a chance. I'll take this trail any day. Sweet find. I'm having a moment here. Surrounded by wildlife, singing songbirds, drumming partridge. It's beautiful, it's serene. This is why I do these adventures. I love to find stuff, but half the adventure is just getting out here and finding new places like this. That's a good sign. 1 hour on the trail, but we're starting to get into some marshy swampland. We can't be too far away from the water source that they used 300 years ago now. Come on, buddy. We still got a long ways to go. Let's go, Gage. Come on. Come on. Oh my God, there it is. I see water, guys. Can you see that down there? We're not far now. There it is. We made it. Super excited, guys. Super excited. Behind me is the main waterway. It's actually a bay off of the main waterway. Why this is important is the spot where they were avoiding was down here to my left. Okay? So they either went on the far side of the river, down there, and portaged up. Or they came out here somewhere in this bay and portaged across here and back over to the main waterway. I could be standing on their trail right now. I don't know. This is the part where it gets tricky. We just got to get the detector out and try to figure it out. This is what they were trying to avoid right here, guys. There wasn't as much water here. So they either came out on this side, like I said, or they came out on that side and went across there. I could probably swim that pretty easy, eh, Gage? To get over there. It's tempting. Yeah, Gage says come on in, the water's nice. First we got to do this side, one step at a time, right guys? From the look of it, I'm fearing it was that side there. Just makes more sense. But I've hiked miles to get here today, miles. So let's do this side and see what we find. All right, first hole under the pines. 22 casing. Second hole, actually, you know, I don't know what that is, so that's a promising sign. When you're looking for colonial, all these old iron blobs and lead blobs, that's a good sign. How old is that? I don't know. But I don't know what it is, so I'm taking that as a good sign. It means humans were here, right? Humans were here. Yeah, humans were here, all right. Well, I don't know what that is. Old wire. Could be trapping wire, could be camping wire, could be anything. Look at that. Solid 23. What do we got there? The cap. Probably from the 50s, 60s. Super rocky coming off the shore here. And I can't believe the amount of signals, but I guess because people can access it by water, there's actually a flat spot up here that they use for camping. You know, another 50 yards over here, so pretty trashy. Not what I had envisioned when I thought, gee, I'm gonna walk in here all these miles and, but I just need to find one musket ball or one something, and then we know we're on the right trail. Somebody is gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Yeah. Humans are pigs. You're a damn fool, Mr. Reed. A damn fool. Well, what have we here? That is heavy duty. No idea what it's for either. What do you want? That's what he wants. Hey, hey, get away from my sandwich. Yeah, I'll share if you're patient. Easy. Set. That's not easy. Holy frig, I don't know what your definition of easy is, buddy. Well, my phone gave a half ring, and like we were talking in the last video, I just checked. I tried to call my wife back. I have no cell service, so I don't know how I got a half ring out here, but... So, Hopefully you don't break a leg when you do these trips, because you're a long way from help. I guess I could just hover around the shore and wait for a boat. That would be my best bet. But man, is it ever rocky here? I'm having a real tough go trying to dig anything. I got a solid 18. I would postulate that it's old because it's down there 8 inches. I still haven't found it, and it's in amongst all the rocks. So we'll see what junk this is. Bummer. What in the heck is that? Somebody has set up a trap right on the edge of the water here. Doth my eyes deceive me? Or is that, or could that be an old canoe spot where they would pull the canoes out? It's like a ramp. Let's give it a few swings. An old sardine tin with the key still in it. Lead, but not the kind we're after. 22 lead. All right, I got a solid 15 down here, 9 inches. Oh, I feel something. What is that? Kind of looks like brass. That looks old. What is it? Well, I don't think it's much older than turn of the century, whatever it is. I have no idea what it is. I'm making my way down the shoreline, guys, and look what I've got. A square nail. Out here in the middle of nowhere, a square nail. Now it's a flat one, so I don't know. Is it colonial? I don't know, but let's snoop around. Okay, this is a strange one, guys. At first I thought it was a nail, but it is not. This is like a hollow bulbous end on here, and it goes through. It goes through another piece. It's iron, but it's definitely not just a nail. I don't know what it is. What on earth is that? We're in the same area, next hole. Again, that is not a nail. It's old. Are we on a patch of colonial here? I don't know. I don't know what that is. It's got a solid end on it. Leave me a comment, guys, if you know what that is. Yeah, so here's the ground I'm digging in, guys. It's not very friendly. I got some kind of old stake. Great big old stake, I don't know. Look at the size of that tree, eh, Gage? Check this out, guys. Wow, that's got to be a 250, 300-year-old pine. All right, guys, I've gone down the shoreline 200-300 yards over that way. Now I'm going to make my way up this shoreline 200 yards But I gotta tell you, I'm losing blood and hope. The mosquitoes are pretty thick. And I can't see where they would have pulled canoes out here. It's all going up a hill, right? So you got to think like they would have. And they would have said, I'm not pulling a 6-ton canoe up any kind of grade. So I'm still going to give it a quick swing, see if we can find anything. But my hopes are a little low at this point. Hope starting to rise. Look at that big old square nail. Come on, there had to be something here for there to be a square nail that big, right? Don't you agree, Gage? Hey, don't you agree? All right, guys, I gotta call this one here. I'm out of water and it's time to hike out. It's late afternoon. Was this a success? Yes, because I can mark off where they were not. They were on the other side of the river. I'm pretty sure it had to be the other side of the river. So another day, another adventure. Thanks for joining me, guys.